Today I wanted to go ahead and set up a shrimp tank, and I wanted to take you guys along for the ride. Show you everything that I put inside the tank when I first set it up. So you're looking at a bare 10-gallon tank with fluval shrimp stratum and a sponge filter in the right corner. I'm gonna go ahead and start this shrimp tank with a pile of tumbled stones, which I actually collected from the beach. I boiled them to clean them and sterilize them. So I'm gonna go ahead and I figure I'm just gonna go put them over here on this side of the tank. Now the point of this pile of stones is it is going to create a place for baby shrimp to hide. It's going to be part of what I call the nest. What I really like to do in a shrimp tank, the most important thing is I like to create the nest, which is a combination of a pile of stones, some leaves, some algae or some actual moss of some kind. I'm just adding the last of the tumbled stones to the tank. Now I use tumbled stones for a lot of different reasons. For one, they're easier to clean. For two, they make for nice hiding places because there's always these little gaps in between the stones. So there's actually a place to hide. That's really the biggest reasons. They're much easier to clean and sterilize from the beginning, and they're safer for the shrimp, and they really give a nice little hiding place. The second part of this hardscape is going to be a piece of Malaysian driftwood. I'm going to have to step back and look. Now I'm really not looking to create an aquascape here. It can look pleasing, but in the end, I'm really just trying to create the fundamental pieces and elements that are needed in a shrimp tank to make the shrimp healthy and happy. Now for me, one of the most important parts of a good shrimp tank is going to be leaf litter. I prefer to use West Indian almond leaf. I'm lucky enough to live here in the Caribbean, so I can collect them pretty much right outside my door. So I have a lot of really large leaves here that I've boiled, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them into the tank. Now I'm gonna let them fall to the bottom, but what I'm gonna do, this is usually how it works out, especially with the leaves in the very beginning. What I really like to do is just stick them underneath of this piece of driftwood. Now what's important for me, I mean, I'm not trying to be super technical here, but I like the leaves to be kind of close to where the rocks are because they kind of work together. It's all together, it's a nest. Now in my other shrimp tanks, these leaves would be gone in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. My shrimp that I have can go through 2 catappa leaves a week, easy. I'm sure the snails are helping a little bit, but it's mostly the shrimp. I do also have some alder cones here. They were also boiled to sterilize them as well. I don't think they're all gonna sink right now. They're gonna float for a little while. Some of them might sink. Now I definitely want to get some live plants in here, so I'm going to use a combination of some cuttings from my fish room, some of which came from my immersed, my paludarium, which has immersed growing plants in it. So most of the cuttings that I'm using do not have roots. They're going to take a little bit to root, but most of these plants are pretty aggressive and won't have a problem with that. This hygrophila is definitely one of my favorites, that's for sure. I don't really want to overplant it because I want to be able to get to the shrimp and collect them as I need to and to separate them and whatnot. But I definitely want some natural live plants in here just to help with the water column and everything. I have some S. ripens, which I cut from my paludarium, so it's an immersed growing plant right now, but it definitely has roots and it should take pretty well, pretty fast. And I also have a few cuttings of Rotella that I'm gonna stick on the right hand side. And to top the whole thing off, I'm just gonna put a couple of pieces of coconut palm frond in here. I collected this coconut palm frond this morning when I collected the West Indian almond leaves. It's all been boiled. My shrimp definitely love this stuff. I'm not gonna go crazy with it, but it's nice to put a few of them in here, and they really, they're nice for the shrimp. So I'm really happy with this shrimp tank setup. It really has all of the elements that I'm looking for in a shrimp tank. I have a nice little pile of stones for all the little shrimplets to hide out in. There's a nice bundle of leaf litter of West Indian almond leaves, and I have coconut palm frond. There's a nice piece of Malaysian driftwood. I have the alder pine cones. I also have some nice plants arranged. I have my Hygrophila angustifolia. I have some Rotella indica, as well as some S. rippens, and this should really make these shrimp happy. I don't even have shrimp for this tank. I'm looking at putting some blue bolts in here, but I haven't even found anybody that has a colony for me that they can sell me right now. So if you have a colony of blue bolts that you're interested in selling, I'm totally up for that. Well, I hope you guys like this layout. I'm gonna let this actually cycle for a few weeks, then I'm gonna go ahead and put a few endlers in here, a small colony of endlers, and I'm gonna let them help cycle the tank, and then I will put shrimp into this tank. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope this helps you guys out. If any of you guys are trying to set up your first shrimp tank or something like that. If you like this content, you want to see more of it, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And remember guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.